Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video, this time from the Drivers Room Sunday League, DRSL for short, Season 3, Round 3, and Tier 1. So today we are at Catalonia, in, what is it, Spain? I think Spain, right? I'm not really sure. Catalonia is not really favorite track in my eyes, so Um, yeah, it is what it is for that. But we are here today in the Porsche 919 machines, one make race. So yeah, let's see how this race goes, and let's get down to the grid and see where everyone qualified in today's race, and then send them off. All right, here we are at the Catalonia grid, and let's see where everyone qualified for round three. In P1, we have Flappy. P2, we have Scruffy the janitor, also known as GcLaren. Michael, Too Fast for You. We have JB in fourth. We have Mr. Driver's Room there in fifth. We have Jim Clark there in the basic livery. Also, Milinkovic in the basic livery. Maybe the liveries aren't loading. I don't know. Let me know in uh, Discord if your liveries were not showing or you did not have any. P8 we have Pentro. P9 we have AG. Beautiful livery there. And in P10 we have Dollars, and finishing off the grid in the back is AGT Racer, also known as Grim. And now we're waiting for 5 lights to go dark, and we're off for round 3 of the Drivers Room Sunday League Season 3. Looks like a good start there from Flappy. We have Too Fast with a very good start. JB with a good start as well. It's going to be tight into turn 1. As we do see them all getting through cleanly. We have to remind everyone that Tier 1 is driving with success ballots, which means the more success you have, the more wins, more podiums, the heavier your car will be. Hence why AG is pretty far down the grid. His car is 140 kilograms heavier in this race, but if he doesn't get a podium, I think it gets halved. So yeah, good run there for Flappy. Still, we have Flappy still in P2 with Too Fast there in P3. So we're gonna go down the grid, check everyone as soon as we get over the line. Scruffy with a half-second penalty there. And a very, very good line there from Flappy. These cars are a little heavier to drive on this track. As we see, Michael is right up gearbox alley of GcLaren. GcLaren has a second penalty on top of his half second. So that's definitely not good for him. As we see, AG has gotten himself to P5 now, and still climbing. So even with a car 140 kilos heavier, he is still climbing up the grid. Panthro then in P6, we have Dollars there in P7 with Mercer in the, is that the McLaren livery? I think that's the McLaren livery, right? JB in the Wesley. Oh, that was a beautiful livery. I didn't notice that earlier. Grim and Milinkovic there in 10 and 11. As you see, Scruffy is gonna shake off his penalty now. It's gonna lose him probably a few more spots. Or no, they were far enough away from Jim Clark and AG to keep on to third. It's a very close battle then between Flappy and Michael. As we know, Michael is extremely fast. Alien level for sure. Flappy as well. And Scruffy. Scruffy on a pad. Still struggle to get my mind around Scruffy on pad being this fast. How anyone is fast on a pad, I just can't really understand that. But Michael messing up turn 1, turn 2. Scruffy's right on his heels. Rookie McLaren. Almost hitting to the rear end of Michael there. Battle for the top 3 is, yeah, very, very close. Not even a half second separating these guys. Oh, wait a minute. Coming back with Scruffy. Oh, missing his breaking point. Going into Flappy. Michael taking P1 now. I know Michael is not going to complain about that. As we see Scruffy now in P3, we have Jim Clark there in P4. AG still suffering from that extra weight, just trying to keep up with the guy in front. Dowler's then in P6 being chased by Panthro, going a very defensive line. Panthro is right up his gearbox, wherever the gearbox is on these cars, as Panthro tries to go for a move on the outside into turn 1. He has the inside on the next corner, and Panthro up into P6. Very nice move there from Panthro, indeed. Mercer then. Yeah, this has to be the McLaren F1 livery, if I remember correctly. It looks very similar. As we see Mr. Driver's Room trying to defend against JB. Mercer has a little bit of scratching on his rear there, so might have been into the wall somewhere. The camera angle out of that corner, also beautiful to watch. Mercer then and a Dowlers and JB sandwich. As we see, Mercer is oh, we have JB almost falling off the track there, but Mercer trying to follow Panthro. Panthro going very defensive down to turn 1, going back into the racing line to take a better line into the turn 1, keeping Mercer from making a move for now, but he could be able to make a move on this big right-hander. Just look at this close train now. Taking a look on board as we see JB go for a move on the inside of Mercer. JB moving up to P8. borderline to push the pass there, but otherwise clean move. Grim suffering there in 10th, struggling to regain position. Milinkovic also struggling. The 919 is actually not a very simple car to drive. It requires a little bit of skill. You should think it's an easy car to drive with the hybrid system, but it is actually quite temperamental. As we see Flappy there with a half-second penalty, overextending a corner somewhere. So definitely gonna lose the spot to Scruffy, the janitor. Scruffy, tell me in Discord, please. Did you change the name because you're a fan of the character as I am in Futurama, or is it because you're Scruffy? Jim Clark then, doing his best, changed nationalities and everything. AG with a half-second penalty, so overextending somewhere you really wouldn't want to. We have JB with a half-second penalty as well, being followed closely by Panthro. Panthro must have had a penalty as well since he was behind JB. We have a 4-car train now with Panthro, JB, Mercer, and Dowlers. So I think they've all had a penalty somewhere because the field has been scrambled. As we see Flappy on hards going into the pits already. That's also a thing for this race. Hards must be used for this one. As we see JB overextending out of the last corner and getting himself slapped with another half-second penalty as he tries to go on the inside into turn 1 to take the position from Panthro, not managing to do so. Goes on the outside though, had a better exit out of turn 1 into turn 2 and 3. So rocketing himself into P5 as we see Mercer now closing in on Panthro as well. We have Dowlers right behind him on his heels. Very close fighting in the back, actually. The field has spread a little bit more in the top 3, so maybe they'll be closer to each other when the pit stops have occurred. So we see Jim Clark in 3rd now. JB serving his penalty. Going very defensive into this corner. Being squeezed on the inside there by Panthro, being on the outside. Managing to get himself past though. Ultimately sacrificing his racing line. JB right on Panthro's heels right now. Good racing from these 4. AG in P4. I do like the livery from Panthro. Is that an original or is that a replica of some sort? As we see Panthro very wide there into the litter, losing the spot to JB, losing the spot to Mercer. We have AG with a half-second penalty again, so overextending. Definitely though, that extra weight is not helping AG at all. As we see Mercer now up into P6, Panthro all the way down into P7, being chased down by Dowlers. He's on the mediums and Dowlers is on the hards. I am surprised Dowlers is able to keep up this pace on the hards. And same with Mercer actually. Mercer's also on the hard, so yeah. Mercer's having a very great pace on the racing hards. Racing hards are like a second or 2 a lap slower than the mediums. as we see JB closing in on AG now. It's just going to be a matter of time before JB makes a move on AG, as we see AG has torn the hell out of his left front. JB then being on racing hards, so a few people opting to go for the racing hards in the very beginning. The car seems to be very fast on the slowest compound of tire, so as we see Mercer also following. My goodness, we need to take a look at that. All right, taking a look back with AG. What in the world did he do? Oh, he gets too much on the green stuff and gets catapulted into the other wall. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely not AG's day today with the extra weight. That's for sure. As we see, Panthro is right up the rear end of Mercer, but he will not stay there long if he keeps testing the sand. As we see Flappy now closing in on the others as well on mediums. That should last him towards the very end of the race. Panthro now defending for his dear life. We have Dowlers just gets yeah, a little bamboozled there by Flappy, as Flappy just scares the living daylights out of Dowlers, it seemed. Flappy moves up to P7. So yeah, I think that scared the living crap out of Dowlers, that move Flappy made in the last second. Panthro still trying to beat Mercer, going very wide into that turn and making it very easy for Flappy to get past. Flappy now taking up the hunt to miss the driver's room. We see JB with a half-second penalty, I think. So we see Dowlers into the pits to get off his hard tires. Will Flappy make a move into turn one? And looks like he is. Mercer's not fighting it. They're on different strats. And that moves Flappy up into P5. Mercer, highly experienced driver, knows when to fight and when to just let things go. So good run there from Mercer, letting Flappy through, but he can't get too calm now. He's got Panthro right behind, as Panthro nearly makes a big mistake. And Mercer makes a big mistake into that corner section as well. Sorry, I don't know the names of the corners on Catalonia. As we see, JB has served his penalty. That will move Flappy closer to him. Mercer then getting a lot of screen time today. Been in a lot of good fights today, Mercer. And Panthro, of course. As we see JB into the pits to get off the hard tire. No refueling should be needed in today's race. The 30-minute race should be pretty kind towards the fuel. So we see JBN, we have AGN going to go on hards. We have Grim still out on mediums. We have Dowlers all the way down in last place there. And Milankovic, it's in P7. So still staying strong. Maybe he's going for a no stop. Could work. Mercer then still trying to fend off the God of Thunder behind him. As we see, Panthro is really close to the rear end of Mercer. Let's hope they don't, as Grim would say, twat it into the wall. And I think Mercer had a better section out of the no chicane area. Got himself a little gap down to Panthro again. Gonna check Jim Clark still staying out. We have Scruffy still staying out. We have Michael still staying out on the mediums. He has to go in and change to the hards. So back with Mercer again. Definitely the two closest on track. Mercer holding his line. Well, Panthro has to do a lot of the work just to try and get past. Board with Panthro. Scruffy in. Oh, as Panthro almost spins out. Panthro going into the pits. He has had enough of those mediums. As Mercer still stays out on the harder compound of tire. Scruffy then has also gone to the hard compound tire. That's going to be his finishing tire compound. As we see Flappy there in P3 now. We have Jim Clark still staying out. Those front lefts have really taken the beatings, even with hard tires. Michael, pretty even tire wear, but it looks like the left front is really taking a beating on this track. Michael will have to go into the pits. Even if it's just to do one lap. So you see Jim Clark into the pits there. Flappy will take over P2. Scruffy will take over P3. So they're basically back in their top 3 position. Mercer also close to the top 3 battle, but he will have to go in. No, maybe he doesn't go in. Maybe he just stays out on the hard tire. That could be a good thing for Mercer. He hasn't worn his hard tires as much. Yeah, the left front has taken a beating on his car as well, but it seems like he has a very relaxed driving style, so he might be able to keep this up for a no-stopper. Jim then in racing mediums, he's going to be able to push all the way towards the end. Could be dangerous for Mercer, as we see JB as well is going to push as hard as he can to catch up to the rest of the field. Milinkovic still staying on hard, so I think he's gonna probably no stop as well. As we see Michael into the pits now, we have Flappy coming through this final sector into the no chicane part. Not gonna lie, this part really confuses me when driving. I'm used to the chicane, so it's a mind scrambler when the no chicane is there. As we see Michael coming up right in front of Flappy now. So Flappy now on the attack for P1. Michael has to make those racing hards last or warm up as fast as possible, get the most grip out of them. The mediums for Flappy has worn quite a bit, but I think he still has more life in them, more grip than Michael has at the moment. Spears Gruffy in the background as well, coming up to close in. Michael going very defensive, down to turn 1. Trying to defend his position against Flappy. Into turn 1 then. As we see good clean run through that little S-turn, chicane, whatever you call it, into the big right-hander. Still managing to hold off Flappy, setting the best sector time as well there for Michael. Ooh, little slapper there from Flappy. So I think Michael and the top 3 now are lapping someone, yeah. Who is that? That is Grim. As you see Grim going very wide, but oh, Grim is just, wait, what? Huh? Alright, taking a look back with Michael. What in the world? Oh, goes on too much on the throttle, out of the turn, and spins. Oy, oy, oy. That's why the camera just stopped and, oh, okay. Oh man, unlucky there for Michael. Indeed, unlucky there. As Michael now has dropped down to P3, we had Scruffy now on Racing Hearts, taking up the fight to Flappy, as we see Flappy with a half-second penalty. Definitely not helping Flappy's case now. As we see Mercer still on hards, I don't think he's going to do anything. He's definitely not going to go in for a pit stop. Luigi from Cars would be sad, but you know, strategies and all that. As we see Jim Clark in P5 being chased down by JB. That old style McLaren livery. I do love the chrome. The lights have come on, apparently. Milakovic there in P7. Looks like he's worn more of his tires than Mercer has, actually. Driving a little bit more aggressive. As we see that little anime face on the side of Dollar's car. Kind of like that. Panthro then in P9. Really struggling on the racing hards. And we have AG as well. Not a very good race for AG. His spin really didn't help him. As we see him just understeering into the sand there. So yeah, the 140 extra kilos definitely not helping AG at all in this one. So tier 1, the only ones with success ballast. As we see, Flappy is still staying in front of Giclaren, even after his penalty has been served. So Flappy definitely doing well, but his left front is taking a real hammering right now. Will Flappy be able to run this towards the end? As we see Scruffy very wide out there on that turn, but still able to keep the pressure up on Flappy. No time for Flappy to relax in this one. I'm pretty sure he would have hoped he could relax, but there is no relaxing, no rest for the wicked in this one for Flappy as we go over to start the final lap, lap 20 then for Flappy and Scruffy. As we see, Scruffy has went a little too wide, overextended out of the last turn, got himself a half-second penalty there for his troubles. Definitely not helping Giclaren's case. Michael has a lot of catching up to do, but he's definitely not going to catch up to the two in front. Mercer still comfortably staying in fourth. His left front has taken a lot of damage, but I think he should be good towards the end. He just has to hold off against Jim Clark and JB. JB with the second penalty, overstanding a little too much there out of the last sector, I think. Milakovic in 7th. We have Dollars there in 8th. We have a yellow flag for Panthro apparently, and AG has decided he doesn't want to do another lap. Grim, I mean Grim has decided he doesn't want to do another lap. AG then in 10th. So back to Flappy, about to hit the final section of the track. Scruffy has dropped down a little bit because of his little penalty. And this is going to be a win for Flappy, and also like 60 kilograms added to his car. So yeah, he's going to be in a bad boat on round 4. So congratulations there to Flappy and Scruffy, and Michael as well. Very good, strong race there from the top 3. As we see Mercer now having to defend against Jim Clark in the final turn. Will Mercer have the ability to defend the 4th? And gets into 4th. 5th there for Jim Clark. We have JB there in 6th. So very good race from these boys. Milakovic there in 7th, doing a no-stopper as well as Mercer. Very, very good race there from all of the guys. And we have Dollars there in 8th. That was it for round 3 of the Drivers' Room Sunday League Season 3, Tier 1. And yeah, good race, a lot of action in this one. Definitely a lot of action. Mercer getting a lot of screen time, Mr. Driver's Room himself. Unlucky moments there for Flappy, for Scruffy, for Michael. Definitely a big unlucky moment there for AG. But yeah, overall a very good race. Difficult car actually to drive. Um, it is a little bit understeery at times, but yeah. Overall a good track. I know there's a lot of people that aren't really a particular fan of Catalonia, myself included, but I will admit the track produces a lot of good racing for commentary, and it's always a good, fun watch for replays. So I hope you enjoyed, and Tier 2 will be coming out today as well. So look forward for that. And yeah, I have been Slingshot Sherberg, and I will see you in the next one.